to Desert Out Crafting. I'm Christy. How are you today? I hope you all are doing great, that you had a great 4th of July. I was really busy. I had my grandkids here for 2 weeks, so I just wasn't able to get many videos out at all. I've still been crafting though. I've been working on that sunflower silk kit that I got, or I showed you last week, I believe, from Biggest Craft. I was very much against silk kits because I was having some bad experiences with them, but this kit has changed my mind. It's very easy to do, so I will be showing you that within a few days. I'm trying to get as much done as I can. But today what I have for you are some items from Fansells that they sent me for review. A huge thank you to Fansells. If you have never been to Fansells, I will have a link below to their website and a link to all the products that I'm showing you in the video. They are extremely budget friendly. In fact, I would say they have the best prices of all the online stores that sell crafting kits. Their variety is spectacular. They have diamond painting, they have customs, they have mystery, all kinds of mystery kits, whether it be diamond painting or cross stitch. You should really check those out. The links are all at the top of their page. They do have a discount right now where if you buy so much you get a free gift, but it was in British pounds and I just wasn't able to convert it. I love Fansells. Just an amazing amount of quality for the price, considering their prices are so very great. That doesn't sound right. So very wonderfully low. So let's get going on this. This first kit I have for you is a flower heart. Can't see it real good, so I'm going to post a picture down in the corner. This is a generic kit. But before we start, hello to all my subscribers and new subscribers. If you like this video, please hit that like button because it does make a big difference with YouTube. Now this kit is really not super big, which is great. I mean, the big kits are wonderful, but it's nice to have a small kit. So unfortunately they print this picture pretty blurry, and I'm going to talk to them about maybe printing it bigger or including a separate picture. So this is just a floral heart with some really pretty flowers on it. Let's take a look at the pattern. It's an 11 count. Here's the product number, always important to know in case you need to get in touch with customer service. It's only a 40 by 40, so it's not real big. You've got a lot of background here, which is 5200 white. And I can tell that by looking over here at the legend. So this all says 30. Here's the blue 30 5200, the DMC code. So you do have an option of just not stitching all that, because once you rinse your fabric, it's all going to be white anyway. So you know, that's up to you. This is pretty confetti heavy. There are some little patches of color blocking. The pattern on the paper is printed very clearly. It's a nice size. Oh, sorry about that. It's a nice size, and if you didn't want to, like I always say, if you don't want to use this fabric with the printing on it, you can use this as a counted and just use your floss and your pattern and just do it as a counted cross stitch if you have some material sitting around. We get a nice little toolkit with a great little baggie. Now this toolkit has everything you need to do this cross stitch except for some scissors. They actually gave me 2 threaders, an adjustable thimble, and then we have our 5 needles. Well, actually 6 needles this time. Usually it's 5. I keep these with my kits. I don't separate them out. That way it's there when I need it. Let's look at the fabric, and we'll do a measurement on it. So as you can see, it's not super big. Where is my measuring tape? There we go. Now this is a little measuring tape, but it'll still work. So it's just over 13 inches by about 13.5 inches. So it's just a little bit over square. Very clearly printed. If you don't mind confetti, this is a good kit. This would be a good kit for a beginner. Let's take a look at the floss. A lot of white because that's the background. Well, goodness sakes. Maybe if I look at it from this side, I'll be able to find it sooner. Sorry about the noise, I apologize. Okay. So we've got hanks of white, which are the background. There's 40 strands in each hank. You would separate this up into 3. Meaning each strand, big strand, has 6 strands, so you'll divide that in half to use in your needle. And these are just really pretty, nice, muted colors that will make this heart, I think, this flower heart, really, really beautiful when it's done. 30 colors is a good amount for the detail on this heart. So we have a lot of pinks, a lot of greens, some burgundy and some navy. Here's even more pinks. So if you love pinks, this is a beautiful kit. It doesn't have the product number written on the floss. That's easy enough to do even if you just wrote it on the back in case they get separated. You know that this floss would go with this kit. It's very soft. Very, very soft. Now this kit was $7.25, which I think is a great price, considering that you get all this floss, you get the fabric, you get a little tool kit, and you get the pattern. So for $7.25, you have a beautiful cross-stitch kit you can do. I will put that away later. Then let's get this over here. I have quite a few things from Fansells today. Now this one is a Joy Sunday kit. It's called Mending and Sewing, and it's a sampler. Hey baby, it's okay, it's okay. It happens every time I try to make a video. She decides she's going to come visit. Let's take a look at this. Now this is not real big either. It's 28 centimeters by 28 centimeters. I think it's really cute. It's got a fireplace with a stork on top, a chimney, a man and a woman, a stork with a baby, scissors, a mailbox. This would also be a great kit for a beginner. Now it's a 14 count, so instead of 3 strands like the last kit, you'll use 2 strands. And we've got one black backstitch color, and then down here it's got another one. But the pattern is very clearly printed. You can write on this if you want to. Sorry about the glare from the lights. This would also be a great kit for a beginner. Now here we've got a picture of what it looks like. It's 117 stitches tall by 117 stitches wide. It's just so cute. You've got ducks, a pretzel, heart, and this is all the floss you get. So not very much because it's a partial, meaning that you will only stitch in the areas marked, so it's not a full coverage. You have 2 needles over here. Very muted colors on this one too. Nice soft floss. And let's check out the size of this, because this is a small kit. This is even smaller than that heart was. Oh, it's okay, honey. It's okay. So this is about not quite 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches. Very clearly printed. You have your legend down here at the bottom. Symbols are easy to read. Here you've got, looks like probably a little girl herding some ducks. You've got flowers, hearts. This is so cute with a really pretty border that goes along the edges. Now this kit was $3.76. got your item number up here at the top. It's serged along the edges. The other one was too, I forgot to mention that, which makes it great. It's not going to unravel while you work on it. You don't even need to put this one in a hoop. It's stiff, but you can roll it up, you can scrunch it up, make it softer, and as you work on it, it'll get softer too. But I just thought that was a real cute little sampler. A nice little, what do they call this with diamond painting? A snack size, where you can take a little break from a big one that you're working on and just follow the symbols in the diagram on here. And being that, you know, it's full coverage, you don't need to do the background. That should stitch up really quick. I love that kit. I think that's a really cute little picture. Okay, now this is something that I saw that I thought was great. This is a floss organizer. This was $4.79. They had different prints on here that you could choose from, but $4.79 is a great price. This is hard plastic. All the circles are marked with a number. So if you were doing a large kit, and I think this holds, let's see, does it hold 100? 85, I think it goes up to 85 over here. Different colors. So if you were working on a large project that had a lot of colors to it, you could put all your floss in these holes, and like I said, they're all numbered here. I like the fact there's a hole in the middle, that they use that to put more floss, but it's also a nice easy way to hold on to it. I just think this is a great idea, a really great idea. The silk kit that I'm working on right now, I was pulling some thread out to use, and it was in one of those paper floss holders, and I ripped it, because I do that sometimes. So what I did was I just took all the floss off it and I put it on a plastic floss holder, a single row, because it only has 15 colors. And that way I got it right there with me, and I'm not gonna rip any more of them, and then I can't keep my floss organized. This is so great. It's printed on both sides. And for $4.79, this is a great deal. A really great deal. Really like that a whole lot. Okay, I got another one here, and I know it's not December, but it is July, and we've all heard of Christmas in July, and I thought it would be good to start showing some Christmas cross-stitch kits, because if you start working on them now, they'll be done in time. So this is called Snowman and Squirrel. It's a Joy Sunday kit, 14 count, 31 by 34 centimeters. So this is a small one too. I thought he was adorable, and this is also a partial. I forgot to show this on the last one. On the back of these kits are some great instructions along with diagrams of your stitches, how to pick your floss, great kit for a beginner, how to soak your fabric afterwards to get the ink out of it. I've done it, it works great. And then some tips along the way. These are the most thorough instructions. I just think they're wonderful. I think Joy Sunday and Spring do the best instructions on their kits. Now here's the picture of the little snowman and the squirrel. I just think that's so cute, and you can tell from the picture that this is a partial. You will not do that background there. So let's look at that a little closer. Now we have got 38 colors. It does say quarter stitch here, and then there's 5 back stitch colors. So there's going to be a lot of back stitching to this. This is half stitch colors, so really 32 colors main, and then half stitch is only one arm of the X. It's half X. So let's take a look at this pattern. All this area back here you will not have to stitch. This is all going to be half stitch, where you just go one arm of the cross or half across, and make sure that you are going in the right direction, the same direction, not the right direction, because it could be different for everybody. but make sure you're going in the same direction. We've got a lot of back stitching here on this snowman to bring out the detail. How cute is he? He's so cute with the little birds, and then there's the little squirrel. I think this is just adorable, but I'm curious on these quarter stitches where they will go. I have no idea. I'm really going to have to look hard to see where they will go. The one thing about these Joy Sunday kits is the symbols that you see in the legend here on the pattern are not going to match what's on here. The symbols are going to be different. That's where your grid lines come in handy. They're at the top and the sides of your pattern. They're also on your fabric. Let's take a look at that. So if you are concerned about an area, oh honey, it's okay, it's okay. If you're concerned about an area, you can use your grid lines, find your square, find your problem, and then look it up the same way on your pattern. We've got the whole legend here along the sides, top and bottom, serged edges. Honey, you can sit with me in a minute, okay? Very nicely printed. This is a 14 count, so it is a little bit smaller. Let's take a measurement here. I don't know what her deal is with why she needs to be held. My daughter, when she came with the kids, she brought her cats. She brought her 2 cats. My cat is not used to that. So that was an interesting experience. But there was no blood, a little bit of hissing. Okay, so it's about 9 1/4 inches by about 10 1/4 inches in size. Hey, baby. Hey, hey. Very well printed. Everything stays in their own square. I think this is a really precious kit, and it was $4.91. So when we look at the floss, you can see that it is a different kind of floss organizer. I love these. It's got the product number to remind you that it's 14 count. You've got 2 needles. And it tells you, for instance, what number floss, and that is what you're going to find on your legend down here. So for instance, number 16 would be this color here, the DMC code of the floss, and how many strands they give you. And they do this for every single color. So number 16 is the red slash, and let's see if we can see where that goes. That's going to go right in here along his scarf. And the floss is wonderful, as usual. Very muted colors, very soft. Now with a 14 count, each strand has 6, so you will take 2 out of here and stitch with that. They're pretty long too. Sometimes I cut them, sometimes I don't. Whole lot of pinks and browns, I think, for that squirrel. But isn't he cute? I think he'll just be so sweet. I'm not real big on quarter stitches. I haven't done a lot of them, but I will be definitely working on this. I wonder if I can see it any better. I don't see where those would go, but I will find them. Now the last kit I have to show you, I'm so excited about, because this is another silk kit. All the stores seem to be selling the silk kits now, and I wanted to see what Fansells had to offer for a silk kit. This silk kit is, I call it the Silk Phoenix. It's an 11 count, and it was $13.09. Okay. I'm so excited to show this to you. That's the picture. You've got the Phoenix with all kinds of birds and flowers, ribbons, feathers, all kinds of birds on this. It's not just a phoenix. Oh, it's a lot of different birds. Now this is a 60 by 60 centimeter, and this is the paper pattern. It's just one big folded huge sheet. Sorry about the glare, but you can see in just the sections I'm showing you that it is very plainly printed. It's got the grid lines, and here it's got 37 colors. Here's your legend. So this also, you know, you can also use this pattern on just plain fabric and do it yourself as a counted cross stitch. You've got everything you need to do it. And they give you some instructions, which looks like the back of the Joy Sunday package. Wonderful instructions. Silk is different, I gotta say that. It's harder to work with. Make sure you put some lotion on your hands, because if you have any kind of little bit of skin or little bit of pokey nail, it's gonna snag your silk. I do use wax. I keep it right next to me because this is an 11 count. You'll use 3 strands. I do separate it, and then the 3 strands together I will run through the wax. It does keep them together a bit. What I'm also finding too is it's really slippery. So I do take a lighter at the tail end of my strand, and this isn't real silk, it's polyester. You can tell because when you heat it up, it will melt, where if it was real silk, it would turn to ash. Let's take a look at this. And when I melt the end of it, the 3 ends together, and then I give it a couple seconds to cool down, and I pinch it with my finger. That keeps it together, so it's not going to unravel as you go. You can, oh my goodness sakes, look at these beautiful colors. You can, let me show you what I mean about the way it separates. Oh goodness, this is so pretty. Let me find an end here. These colors are just, look at how gorgeous that blue is. That blue is just beautiful. What DMC code is this blue? This is 3843. My goodness, look at that. I love that color. Now let's take a look at the ends. So you can see that they separate. So I would take a group of 3 and another group of 3. You can separate them individually. I'm actually pretty lucky with just separating them like this and then pulling down, but you can pull out a strand at a time if you want to, because they do knot easier than this fabric, or not fabric, floss knots easier. It snags easier. But I would take, for instance, these 3 strands. This is what I'm doing now with the sunflowers. I do put a knot in it, and it doesn't want to stay. The knot doesn't want to stay because it's so slick, and I will burn knots probably here. I will burn. I just have a lighter with me. I'm really careful, and let it burn up to the knot, and I put it out, and then that way I flatten it with my finger, and it keeps that end from unraveling. And then running it through the wax does seem to keep it together a little bit better. Let's look at the colors of this kit. Oh my goodness sakes, these are so beautiful. I don't know, it doesn't come over on the camera really good, but I gotta tell you, these colors are spectacular. There's all different shades of blue, red, more blue, green, gold, purple, and some of these are like a bluish purple. And then over here, see how it wants to, it doesn't stay tight, it wants to come loose. Look at those oranges and golds and the greens. Oh my goodness, this red. What color red is this? This is 321, because that's, oh no, that's, yeah, this is 321. That red is just spectacular. So we have got some gorgeous colors here, and it's so soft. Like I said with that sunflower kit, you could just sit here and just run your hands through this floss. It is so pretty and soft. And see how the ends are all coming apart there? And then because of the background, they do give you some hanks. This is number 28, which is 939, dark blue, 40 strands per hank. And then this is 820. Look at that beautiful blue. That's like a royal blue. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Oh, I've got to finish that sunflower kit so I can work on this one. And then there's that spectacular blue. What did I say that was? 3843. Look at these blues together. So pretty. And for a kit like this, and it's $13.69, I think is a great deal. They have some silk kits that are huge, that are 150 centimeters wide, and they're like, you know, $20-30. But when you have kits that are that big, they give you so much floss. They give you everything you need. You also get a tool kit with a threader, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 needles. I'm not going to open this up. And an adjustable thimble. Let's look at the fabric. Oh my goodness, I love this. These kits make me so excited now. Now that I think I've conquered the silk by working on that sunflower, I'm just absolutely loving this. Now, oh my goodness, look, can you see the glitter? It's not glitter, but there's sparkles in whatever material, whatever thread they use to make this. It's got sparkles in it. Even in the white part, it's like iridescent sparkles. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I wish they did more backgrounds like this. This is great. I like the fact that it's got a lot of straight lines here. So if we start at the top, oh, got more needles too. 2 more needles. This is really stiff fabric. Really stiff fabric. And the edges are serged. Wonderful. You've got your grid lines along the top. And this is a 60 by 60. I do not have my larger tape measure handy, I don't think. So I can't give you the measurement on this, but it's 60 by 60 centimeters. So this is big. This is really big. Down here it has your product number. So just remember these grid lines on the side at the top and the bottom. They also are on this printed pattern. They correspond. All of these kits I give the same warning. Watch out for water. Watch out for wet hands. Because this will smear and blur if any liquid pours on it, or if your hands are wet and you touch it, then you'll need to refer to this pattern to do this and complete it. It is so very clearly printed. This is an 11 count. It looks like, even though there's quite a bit of confetti, it will be very, very easy to do. It's not crazy confetti, but this will need a lot of bunching up because It is really, really stiff. The other thing I like on here is the way they do the symbols for your colors. So like number 1 is this green. They don't just give you one symbol, they give you a whole block of symbols. You've got your DMC codes over here, and it carries through all the way to the end, even when it's a solid color like this red. They give you a whole block of 12 instead of just one symbol like the other ones do. Like for instance with this one, you just get one symbol on that snowman. I love that they do a whole block. To me, it just makes it easier to see. This is just beautiful. And they printed this so dark, you can kind of see it on the back side. And it's all just so sparkly. So this number here tells you that everything that's this blue color is number 25. Very clearly printed. I would say no. This is so stiff. I would say no to a hoop. I tried yesterday to put the sunflower kit in a nurge hoop. I couldn't do it. Even though I've been working on that and it's softened up a whole lot. I don't know if it was the thickness of the fabric, but I have a big nurge. I have different size nurge hoops, and I couldn't get it in. So these silk kits are stiff enough that you can hold them in your hand and do them that way, and they turn out beautiful. But isn't that just gorgeous? And with all these incredible colors, this is going to be spectacular. They do have this in regular cotton floss, this same kit, because I've seen this kit around for a while. And I'm so glad, and I like it, and I'm so glad I waited and it came out in silk, because I think with these incredible colors that we've got here, that this is just going to be absolutely stunning. Just absolutely stunning. So down below in the description you will find a link to all the kits I showed you today, and that floss organizer, and Fansells website. Please check them out. They offer such great prices for what they sell. They are the most budget-friendly store, I think, of all of them. Their tools are a great price too. Whether it be scissors or diamond painting pens, you will find absolutely everything you need at Fansells. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you soon. Bye.